Hey guys, welcome to your Spiral 1 review. For this, we're going to go through the problems that are labeled as video, although one of them has a typo and says vid0, so I don't really know what's going on, or maybe it's vid lowercase o, who knows, and talk about some of the problems that are in this Spiral review. First off, we've got to find f of 2. That's the one that's going to be on video for this problem. And specifically, we're going to have to figure out which of our various interpretations we have to use. So I'm going to take a look at what we've got going on here. I noticed that we've got f of x is our equation. We've got g of x is our table, and color that green. And h of x is the graph. I'm going to color that blue. So for f, which is what we colored yellow, that's going to be our equation. F of 2 means we're going to plug in 2 to this equation. So it's going to be f of 2 is equal to 3 minus 7x. Instead of x, we're going to write 2. 3 minus 14 is going to be negative 11. And that's it. For number 2, the video part is going to be for h of 1. H is what we identified as our graph. So this means we're looking for the height of our graph when x equals 1. So if I go over to my graph, and it looks like this is 2, so there's 1. When the height is what we're looking for, we're trying to go when x is 1. So we're going to find our graph. X is 1 here, and this has a height that's also 1. That means that h of 1 is equal to 1. Okay. For our third problem, the video part is for, actually it's going to be for number 4. All right. It says if h of c is equal to 1, we're still dealing with h. That means we're at the graph. So this means the height, h of c, equals 1. Okay, and if the height is 1, that means we're looking along this line right here. And we've got 2 places that's true. So we're just using c as kind of a placeholder thing, but c could be positive 1. That's the one we already found. Or c could be negative 1, because that's the x value where we have a height of positive 1. Okay. Number 5 is also for video 1. And in this case, we're trying to find when f of b is negative 11. Okay, f of b, that's going to be an equation, so that's going to be yellow. So f of b is negative 11. So all we're trying to do is to plug in negative 11 for that and figure out what number would make this true. So let's see. 3 minus 7x equals negative 11. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And since I'm running out of room, that ends up being negative 7x is equal to negative 14. When I divide by negative 7, we get x is equal to 2. After you go through these, if you want to take a minute and try to kind of self-identify how you feel about a given section. So in this case, we only have 1. So try to figure out where you are, and that might give you some idea of how much work you need to do to make this a little bit better for you for your spiral.